What's up guys? Welcome to Cyberlink Tutorial. Ngayon ay tuturuan ko kayo kung paano gumawa or gumamit ng CSS. Before that, magkakaroon muna tayo ng konting overview about sa CSS. What is CSS? CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. Cascading style sheets are used to format the layout of web pages. They can use to define text styles, table sizes, and other aspects of web pages that previously could only be defined in a page HTML. How can you integrate CSS on a web page? There are three ways to integrate CSS into a web page. Inline HTML element must have CSS applied to them by a style attribute. Embedded by placing the code in a style element within the head element. Link or imported. Place the CSS in an external file and link it by a link element. What are the advantages of CSS? Easier to maintain and update, greater consistency in design, more formatting options, lightweight code, faster download time, search engine optimization benefits, ease of presenting different style to different viewers, greater accessibility. What are the limitations of CSS? It cannot perform any logical operation like if, else, for, while, plus or minus, etc. You cannot read your file using CSS, unable to interact with databases. CSS can't request a web page. Why background and color are separate properties if they should always be set together? There are two reasons behind this. It enhances the legibility of style sheet. The background property is a complex property in CSS, and if it is combined with color, the complexity will further increase. What is embedded style sheet? Embedded style sheet allow you to define style for the whole HTML document in one place. Embedded style sheet refers to when you embed style sheet information into an HTML document using the style element. What are the advantages of embedded style sheet? It is inconceivable to make classes for use on numerous label sorts in the records. Under the complex circumstances, selector and grouping technique can be utilized to apply styles. No, no additional download is required to import the information. What is the difference between logical tags and physical tags? Physical tags are used to indicate exactly how specific characters are to be formatted. Logical tags are used to indicate to the visual impaired that there is some emphasis on the text. Each browser has its own techniques as to how to indicate to its viewer that text between the tags are different. What is the difference between inline embedded and external style sheet? Inline style. An inline style rule is coded directly into an HTML within the flow of your source code, just as an HTML attribute is used. Embedded style are set in the head section of your web page. Similar to an inline style rule, embedded style allow you to override the rules of an external style sheet. External styles, sometimes called link style or remote style, are the least important in the cascading order, but the most powerful. An external style is simply a link placed in the head section of your web page to a separate file containing your style rules. What is the use of rule set? A rule of rule set is a statement that tells browsers how to render particular element to an HTML page. A rule set consists of a selector followed by a declaration block. What is the difference between class selectors and ID selectors? The difference between ID and class is that ID can be used to identify one element, where a class can be used to identify more than one. Name the property used to specify the background color of an element. The background color property in CSS is used to specify the background color of an element. The background covers the total size of the element with padding and border, but excluding margin. It makes the text so easy to read for the user. Example of background color. Ito po yung example ng background color. Ayan yung code niya. Then, ito po yung sample output ng code na ito. Ganito yung magiging itsura niya. Ngayon ay ipapakita ko sa inyo ang ginawa kong webpage. Na kung saan magkakasama ang CSS, HTML, at saka JavaScript sa isang folder. Ito yung ginawa kong webpage. Home, membership, menu, about us, ngayon ay ipapakita ko sa inyo ang code na ginamit ko dito sa webpage. CSS, about, open with notepad. Ayan yung code na ginamit ko dito sa about. Sa home, open with notepad ulit. Membership, open with notepad. Then sa rate, Kung mapapansin nyo, pare-pareho lamang sila ng code na ginamit ko dito sa webpage. Magkakaiba lamang sila sa file name ng image na kung saan, kung ano yung file name na inilagay nyo, dapat ay ganun din ang nakalagay dito sa webpage. Kapag iba yung file name na inilagay nyo, hindi siya mababasa sa webpage at hindi siya lalabas dito sa pinaka-website. Kaya kailangan dapat tama ang nakalagay na file name ng image. Ang CSS ay mahalaga sa isang webpage. Kung walang CSS, ang webpage ay walang buhay. Bakit? Ngayon, ipapakita ko sa inyo kung bakit nga ba. Sa pinaka-homepage, narito ang isang style ng isang CSS. Subukan nating alisin ang CSS dito sa homepage. Save. Ngayon, buksan natin ang pinaka-webpage niya. Kung mapapansin nyo, napakasimple lang siya. Wala siyang buhay at walang kaarte-arte. Pero kung lalagyan natin siya ng style or CSS, ganito ang magiging itsura niya. Ngayon, buksan uli natin. Ayan na siya. Kumbaga, nagkaroon na siya ng buhay at maganda na siya tignan. Unlike kanina, hindi siya magandang tignan at hindi siya kaaya-aya para sa isang user. Tandaan, ang HTML, CSS, at JavaScript ay mahalaga sa isang web page. Kapag kulang ng isa, hindi mo masasabi na website ang isang web page.